Hi there, I have a question for you. I'd like to ask you on a scale 1 to 10, how much do you love what you're doing at work? Give a number and think about if that number is anywhere below 7, if there is a possibility that you are not so engaged anymore. Because the productivity depends very much on the task that we do that we love, and it's going to have a very much different outcome than those tasks that we do and we're dragging our feet because we are not so much clear that it's something that makes a contribution or it's something that we really enjoy doing with our lives. There were studies who showed this, what I'm saying right now, and unfortunately, most of the employees in corporations are disengaged. And they are disengaged because they're not allowed to do things that they love. So I'm going to tell you a quick story. Many years ago, I was part of a software engineering team, and my assignment there was to code, create a beautiful product for our business side. And I realized that I'm not enjoying that much to code as I enjoy when I meet with the client and I would like to find out what they want, and I like to spend the time with them, bring them over and do a quick prototype and do a rapid development with them. And then take that to my team and show them what exactly we are going to do. So if we can get this close to this prototype, then we are sure that the client is very happy, because I already did all that work at the beginning to find out what is going to be the best solution for them. When my leader saw that, he actually encouraged me to stay in this role more than in the one that he would hire me for. And then he created a new role for me to do only what I was just telling you before. And I did this accidentally. It was not something I ever got an intention, but if the environment would not have been so open and the trust level will not be so high between the leader, my manager, the leader at that time, and myself, I would not have been able to get and stumble into this. Because most of the time we are asked to do what we are told, most of the time we are asked to do what's in our box and in our role. That's why we got a position that we're getting hired for. We have to check all the boxes and make sure we're staying there. And that is very, very detrimental for someone who can obviously feel that they can do something more in a situation, but they're afraid to come out and say it because they know it's not in their role, and their managers making it very clear that they can't just step out of those boundaries. So it is very important when we look at all the data that comes out from those reports and to figure out how far and how different it is what we see there in this research from what happens, the reality that we are living in our organization. And most of the time you'll find out that it's not so far from the truth. And you could become one of the case studies pretty much of what they come up with as a result. Because especially when the results are so staggering and they're saying that the people are so disengaged or the teams are not performing, and the reason for not performing, it's coming back to their management styles, or they come back to the fact that this generation that is right now in the workforce, their number one desire is to be led to do what they can do in the moment and contribute. So if we look at and give them this as an example, if we can give them this way for them to show up, and we just leave our doors open as the leaders to listen to what they would like to have and how they would approach different things, we can also make that exchange of knowledge from one generation to another by giving them, this is the best way that we have done it, and now let them take over and do it in a different, innovative way. I think we're going to be surprised what happens. But the point of all of this is to go back to say the trust is in the middle of everything. And it's the big foundation that is not going to be ever changing. If we can build the trust with the organization and between the relationships that you have, it's the number one thing that it's needed in order to spike the performance to the max. If that doesn't exist, nothing else can stick. Thank you for being with me. Let me know if I could help with anything. Let me know what you think about this, and let's keep in touch. Bye-bye.